Its construction began in June 1934 during the presidency of General Abelardo L. Rodriguez and opened on July 17, 1935, being President General Lázaro Cárdenas. The monument is dedicated to consecrate the memory of the great revolutionary statement. The park bulb, which is where this monument is one of the most visited of Mexico City. This monument was exhibited in memory of the Battle of Celaya, an arm of General Álvaro Obregón kept the formaldehyde, surrounded by gardens and a large reflecting pool in front. The Obregón monument was erected in 1935 at the behest of President Lázaro Cárdenas in the same place where military statements killed. The granite statues that adorn the exterior of the monument are sculptor Ignacio Asunsolo. Carmen Museum, one of the most historically important buildings and influenced the development of ancient village called Tenanitla. In the basement of the former convent, mummies on display, most of which don't belong to the congregation. Precisely where there is an ossuary itself are members of the order. The mummies on display are more people that were deposited in the crypts, as most all churches have them. People paid to bury him there. This house belonged to the Count of Oploca. It resembles that of the country houses of the 7th century. In its facade it has a fusi coat of arms. After Orchard Carmen convent, his garden was the last population of San Angel Tenanitla. In 1847, during the U.S. invasion, stayed the invading troops. Also in 1863, he gave asylum to the French troops during their invasion of Mexico. The extraordinary restaurant called San Angelin, famous for its international food, its original interiors colonial Mexican design, with spacious gardens crowned with flowers, were all free and authentic sources, giving a touch of peace and tranquility. At one time it was a quiet pleasure of the Spanish viceroys and their lovely consorts of emperors and empresses, and the brilliant aristocracy of the colonial capital. The Rilco House is a 17th century building that was home to several characters of the controversial Mexican history. During the government of General Santana, this property became headquarters due to the U.S. invasion. One of the attractions is a beautiful ornate fountain with tiles and board containers, earthenware, and Chinese porcelain. Mostly everything is in Baroque style, with figures of fish and mermaids. The San Angel Cultural Center represents, for the people of southern Mexico City, close to various artists and cultural activities. There various art exhibitions, concerts of chamber music, opera, film, presentation of books and plays, among other activities take place. The origin of the Loreto paper factory is uncertain, since there are no documents on the foundation. It was originally believed was one of the flour mills belonging to the Marquis of the Valley of Oaxaca, Hernán Cortés. The flour mill was finished in 1814. Later, Mr. Lenz purchased the paper mill Peñapobre in Tlalpan and formed the corporation called Peñapobre Paper Factory. The art garden and nearby shops primarily engaged in the exhibition of national and international art and craft. The specific place called Saturday Bazaar is an ideal place to buy Mexican handicrafts and folk to take a Mexican breakfast. All this only on Saturdays. Also in this area lies the Library of the Mexican Revolution, the Cultural Center of Telmex, the small but interesting museum Estudio Diego Rivera, and other institutions dedicated to the dissemination of culture.